Absolutely. Yeah, I think Ann covered all the bases. Without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to Trevor Graves. Thanks, Luke, thanks for having me out. I appreciate it. I get to go first on the guinea pig for you guys this year, so appreciate the opportunity. So my name's Trevor Graves. I live here in Portland, Oregon. I have an agency called Nemo Design. We'll kind of talk about that a little bit in this journey today. But this is me. This is me a long time ago before digital cameras, if anybody remembers film. I grew up in Syracuse, New York, and the relevance of this picture actually is like I'm not much different than that guy right there. You know, grew up wanting to be a skateboarder. I didn't want to be a pro baseball player. I wanted to be a pro skater. And as you go through life's journey, you kind of figure out like, oh, I'm not really good at skateboarding, but I like it. And then, oh, I want to be a pro snowboarder. Yeah, that's what I want to be. I wasn't too good at that either. Tim was beating me at the contests, and so. Alright, you can get started over here. Now we can party. Everybody. The teeters. Thanks, Sam. You got it. And so we'll kind of reflect back on this guy because this guy, I think's maybe I'm 12 years old in that picture. I don't remember. But again, everybody wants to. I think the journey goes is I'm not too good at skateboarding. Got beat by Tim snowboarding. And then started to want to be a shooter. And so I was really inspired by Grant Britton from Transworld Snowboarding Magazine. And this photo sat on my wall in my locker at school. I probably drew this thing 10 different ways with markers and colored pencils. And this is Chris Miller at Upland. And so Upland for us in the skateboarding era was similar to snowboarders coming up here to Mount Hood in the summertime. It was Mecca. This is where you go to really experience it. And then as a skateboarder, snowboarder, you're like, oh, how are we going to translate this idea of snowboarding to make it unique for us as snowboarders and not be as skiing? And so I know we all love skiing. And how many people here ski? How many snowboard?
Sorry.
Oh, that's great. It's like, I think back in this era, it was a little different. So we had, this is sort of how ski photography was done. So really, this is a story about my photo career and how it's transitioned over time. And you know, that was good. But where I grew up in Syracuse, New York, there wasn't any powder or blue skies like this. And so what do? You have to adapt to the environment that you have in order to find something that's unique. And really, what's interesting is like because of the confines of what we had, it actually gave me something unique to offer to the rest of the world as far as snowboarding photography goes. So this is a quick example of some of my work. This is Craig Kelly. Anybody know Craig Kelly? Raise the hands, yes. A few. So again, even my journey here today is to remind everybody who Craig Kelly is. He is the George Washington of snowboarding. He kind of helped found the whole thing and was one of the early guys that helped us be professional. And so he's not with us any longer, but again, we have an opportunity to talk about it today. And then again, just another unique picture of Dave Downing on Jim and Rio down in Argentina. Anybody know this guy? He's cute.
He's cute.
Yeah.
I was a little skinnier back then.
So this is Tim Wendell himself. So, this is Tim at A Racing. And this is Tim racing at the U.S. Open. Back in his prime. And winning.
We still have all those outfits.
There's Tim Finn.
I'm wearing them Saturday night.
Excellent. Take pictures of that. And then, so again, as a snowboard shooter, kind of got good. Ended up using actually the skateboard photography style. Met Jeff Brushy. Jeff Brushy won the, at that time he won the Worlds over in Europe, and he's 15, 16 years old, and all of a sudden my phone was lit up. Like, who is this kid? And I got to sell pictures to people in Japan and Germany, and I'm like, wow, this is cool. And one thing leads to another. That migration ended up helping me move out here to Oregon. So again, as a snowboard shooter, you run out of snow on the East Coast in April, and you don't have anything to shoot, so you don't make any money. So where is the snow all year long? In the United States? Here. This is it. It's like, this is the game. And so I transitioned my life to here because I could continue to keep shooting up here all year long. And that paid off great for me. So as a professional, again, now my business probably went from, it probably quadrupled the second I got on the West Coast, because I could get to Tahoe, I could fly to Japan, I could fly, anybody could fly up here and shoot at Hood whenever, because we had snow all year long. So great business opportunity for me being here in this state and with this mountain. So you guys are all pretty blessed to have this facility to be able to train, to be able to go to the next level in all your careers in sport. So I'm excited to see what you all do here, for sure. And this is, anybody know this guy? This is Steve Van Doren. So Steve Van Doren is the founder of Vans. Anybody wearing Vans? So yeah, this time, like, Vans bought High Cascade, so this is 2001. So I had worked, started my agency, and our first account was High Cascade. That was our biggest account in 2001, it was High Cascade. And this is the catalog we produced. We did it for about 2 or 3 years. And one of the programs that I came up with in that era was the photo workshop, which is still going today. So it's been 17 years that that program has still been going here. I'm really proud that I was able to introduce that and kind of help it grow. And this is me at the Hood at one of the photo workshops here. So I was a senior photographer at Snowboarder Magazine, founded that. During that photo career, I founded a couple other magazines, like Stunt Bikini out of Raygun, and just kind of ran the whole snowboarding career as far as I could. And then started wanting to get more commercial with my work. So again, as a snowboard shooter, it's like, you know, I got pretty good at it, and I really wanted to test my boundaries of what I could do. Trevor Andrews, anybody know who the Gucci Ghost is? So this is Trevor Andrews in his prime down in Argentina. Pat Melendowski, anybody know Pat? So he was the guy that built all the jumps for us down in Argentina back in the day. So he was up for the 30th anniversary party, so it was really nice to see him.
Yeah.
This one is a photo from Tignes in France. So we sent the rider up in the air with letters, spelled Bert on. Jeff Brushy. So again, what I'm really proud of in this image is just sort of that skateboard style that we kind of introduced, where instead of big powder and blue skies, like, let's go with what we got. Night, icy pipes, and I would bring generators out to light up the scene, and then you know, talk everybody into wearing brighter clothes like the yellow pants, and then it was real fun and a privilege to come up and shoot a night shoot with us back in the day. This is at Stratton Mountain. Anybody ride out East Coast at East Coasters? Yep. Stratton representing. So, all right, we're here. And then this is an example of how that photo was used in a print ad for this other snowboard company that still in business, Burton Snowboards. We love Burton. Then as a commercial shooter, I started to take on other assignments, going to New York City and shoot with this guy. Anybody know who this is?
Hey.
My best friend! And the irony is that he was with Ghostface Killer, and he just signed on to his label, and they come into the studio, and it's like, you know, all this is entourage, and these dudes are like, you need to take a picture. And I'm like, okay. You shoot the picture, give me the film. All right. And then the next day, the Flyers are out in New York City announcing his first show in New York City. So that's the outfit he had on that day. And then a year later, I didn't know who he was. A year later, it's like, oh, wow, that's that guy? Oh, okay. He's done all right. So he's done pretty good. But I found, too, that work wasn't as fulfilling. So it's interesting, when you shoot snowboarding, you get to really be with the culture, with everybody that's there. It feels more intimate when you're shooting and snowboarding. And then when you do the celebrity stuff, it's like, you know, you got some agent telling you, hey, no, you can't do that. You only got 5 minutes. But, you know, it's more political than it is fun. So that it just wasn't as nurturing for me. So I kept shooting and snowboarding, and I think I put this slide in because that's sort of the apex of my snowboarding career. In the year 2000, I was invited to shoot in a contest over in Switzerland called the Crystal Awards. And the way the format worked there is like you've got 9 shooters representing all the continents and countries, and then they had a team rider with them. So this year I went over with Josh Sturks, and anybody know Josh over from Bend? good people. We love Josh. And you know, you got people in from New Zealand, you got a team in from Germany, you got another team in from Italy, France. So everybody's at one spot in St. Moritz competing to get the coveted title of the Crystal Award. And I actually got to win it. So for me, that was sort of like, you know, that kid that was on that ramp wanted to be the best snowboard photographer in the world. Every decision I made was straight up to get to that goal, and I made it. And this trophy proves I made it, for whatever it's worth. So I got it. So again, you have to transition, you have to keep moving, you have to come up with what's my next innovation of myself. And that's where the agency came into play. Nemo Design. So I'm very proud to say that this is our 20th year in business as Nemo Design. So Nemo's right down in Portland. I encourage everybody to come down. We're in Southeast. Hopefully we can do a field trip down and come visit us. We got a big old building down there, and happy staff working very diligently on providing marketing materials and brand communications for the active lifestyle clients we serve. That's my sales pitch. But it's easier to talk about the companies that we do work for at Nemo Design. So we've done work for this company called Mastercraft. They make wakeboard boats. We're doing the Icon Pass. Anybody got an Icon Pass? So we invented that whole thing at our studio and currently do the marketing and promotion for that with the Altera group out of Colorado. Anybody heard of look at all the brands I'm doing here? Danner Boots, and then Nike. Everybody knows the Nike stuff, so we've done probably 15,000 different projects for Nike. So I'll share a couple of those case studies kind of at the end. And this is our building. Happy place to work. And here's a little video of flying through it. But anyway, we're walking through the building. We've got a drone. We're flying through. We did a show with Corey Smith, and then this is this is Jay. He's worked 30 forever. So in this hallway, we do lots of different art shows. We're going to make a left turn here into the photo studio. So we got a 1,500 square foot photo studio. So we'll shoot all the products that go out for catalog, website, e-com, etc. We're going through here. This is the war room area. So this is where we kind of brainstorm what we're going to do for brands. And then you kind of come up into the open area where all the creatives sit, and they do all the distracting things that good creatives do. I market this mess as more expensive for the client. My business partner loves Star Wars, and then we fly back through it, it'll fly back up. So fun, great space, right in the middle of town, walk anywhere for food. We have many different events that come through, from funerals to weddings to art shows to fundraisers to you name it. We're able to do it in the building. And someday when we get really famous, we're going to grow our building so we can actually have this view someday. So that's sort of a little snapshot of what it's like at Nemo. And another thing I'm proud of too is, again, we've won 3 years running best places to work according to Outside Magazine. So
Really?
if you don't believe me, you can believe that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And this won't be as fun. Why the sound doesn't work? Let's see. Ride Mammoth? Awesome. So yeah, we were doing the work with Mammoth. Anybody know Peter Morning down there? Peter Morning, good guy to know if you at Mammoth. He's their local shooter. He's well connected in that town and has grown up in that town, and he runs into marketing. So I saw snow there yesterday actually at Mammoth. So we're off to a fast start to the season. So actually what's interesting is that we started with the Mammoth work, and it was so good that Eric, our boss, was promoted at the Altera Group to start working on the Icon Pass. And so that was something that we worked with him on specifically from soup to nuts to launch. And so here's a commercial for the...
All right, you ready?
How many Icon Pass holders? Let's see more. Ridiculously successful. Like they're printing money. I just sit there and go, wow, it's just amazing when we see the power of our thinking and our graphic design and actually translate for the company to actually make money. We set up a trade show booth at the Outdoor Retailer Show. Anybody get to go to that? In Denver, and so the competitive product epic pass, those folks came up to us and said, you guys are crushing it. So it was a great compliment to hear your competition actually give you accolades that you're doing a good job. So it's off and running, so if you get to have an Icon Pass, I suggest it. There's some people in today, but yeah. And I can't give you a discount, everybody wants a discount. I don't even know. But it's a good deal. And then this is sort of part of the show here where I actually want to try to give some valid stuff. So I don't know if I have enough for everybody, but I call them my truthisms here. So I'll leave these handouts up here and you guys can just opt in to these ideas. But you know, I'm so inspired that you guys are kind of coming up the ranks and you've actually made the effort to come out to this academy to learn. You're going to use your ski and snowboard skills, and then you're going to learn as you go. How awesome is that? Like, as a kid growing up, I was talking to Tim earlier, like, I had no idea anything like this existed, and here you guys are getting that opportunity. So congratulations, and super pumped for you. And then it's funny, like as you go through life, there's a lot of things as you get to my age and having some of the successes that you had. There's like little tricks of the trade, and little things to think about that actually kind of help. And I'll just kind of read a few. Again, one thing that I could recommend to anybody is always be authentic. Have integrity. When you meet people, just be who you are as to who you are. If they don't like you, so be it, move on. Somebody else will. Look, somebody who knows you. Number 2, work harder than anybody else, period. Anything you're doing, just work the hardest at it. The other one is be 100% present. So again, put the phones down as you're asked today, and I appreciate that. It's like, let's just be present right now and give everybody your full attention. They're human beings. Like, let's interact. Let's enjoy each other. Let's learn from each other because it's so important. And I worry about it. It's the old guy in me, but as we get, it's like you get disconnected. In reality, it's people that make the difference in anything that you do. If you're a job, adventure, whatever it's going to be, there's always a human being at the other end of it. Constantly improve your craft. So within this group, you know, I'm a photographer, creative type. There's engineers. There's going to be all sorts of different type of disciplines that you guys will grow to be someday. But constantly keep improving it. It really keeps you fired up as an individual every day to try to learn and get better at it all the time because it's never 100% done. Trust me, I'm learning every day. Travel as much as you can. I think that's what's rad about this school too, is travel. I heard you guys talking about a trip coming up, trying to figure it out. Like, I've learned so much on the road. Tim and I were talking about it. Snowboarding has been the best education for me. It's like I got to travel to, you know, foreign countries, learn a different language, learn different currencies, you know, have a different respect for other people and how they view life. As you know, that little kid growing up in Syracuse, New York, didn't have exposure to that, but that adventure of travel helped me grow as a human being. And I really appreciate those opportunities that I got. And I love this one from Mahatma Gandhi. Be the change that you want to see in the world. It's like nothing drives me more crazy than some hypocrite that just points his finger and says, make it different, make it better, it's not good enough. It's like, get off your butt and just do it. Be the change and make it happen. This group especially, you're all so powerful. You've taken enough energy to get here. Awesome. Take it to the next level and be that change. Funny thing here is like, try not to work for stupid people. Yeah, it's like you're just as good as your network, is what I'm really saying, is like the people that you surround you with are super critical to help you grow in everything in life, not just in business, but in your personal growth as a human being. So stay away from the jerks. And then just have a genuine curiosity for life. I mean, if you're always waking up and being curious about what's going on, you'll be fulfilled. You'll find your next path. Because there will be changes as you go through and each decade of your life. And so embrace it, enjoy it. And the golden rule actually works. There's that simple good rule, just be good to everybody. Simple, right? Just keep it that simple. And number 10, if all else fails, go back to number 2. Work real hard. That's all. That's all. I'll leave these up front for you guys. And if you want to take one of those, that'd be great. And on Nemo Design. So I had a couple quizzes here. Got some swag for you guys. Ooh. Not that you don't get enough for this stuff, but again, who would I say was the godfather of snowboarding? Who is? Greg Kelly said it. You win. Small up here. Extra small for you, and I think this is great. That's you. Wear with pride. What's the name of my design firm? Nemo. Everybody's a winner. Come on up here. That's fine. Appreciate your time. I'm Trevor Graves. Are there any other questions? Let me answer them for you.
Thanks, Trevor.
You got it.
Yeah, Trevor, one thing from the Academy. Guys, how would you like to take a trip down to Nemo Designs? Go check it out.